This week on Dear Bros, a man tries to figure out how to deal with his anger. Stay tuned.
Is this me?
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dear Bros.
What's up?
I don't know. This is Dear Bros. We rip an advice column and pretend that they wrote into us.
Yeah.
This week's topic is through Tim. Let's see what you have for us.
Dealing with anger. I had a feeling that you wrote in to this one.
No.
So I was
not.
reading it, and the entire time I'm like, Andy? Come on.
I've curved it.
Yeah, this one's the more extreme version of you. I'll
Oh.
put it that way. Well, we'll see. Anyway, so this is why I thought it would be a good topic, because
Relatable
I
at
feel
the
like
very least.
it would resonate a
Yes.
little bit.
All right, so let's see what you got here.
So the actual title of this one is called Man's Anger Begins to Boil Over in Everyday Exchanges.
Oh, it's like
Dear
an
Abby.
old friend.
Hello, darkness, my old... Okay. Dear Abby, I am becoming more and more irritated with people. My fuse is short, and I'm prone to bursts of anger. Today, I watched another driver run a red light, and I proceeded to honk my horn, lower my window, and give the guy my middle finger. Yeah, I know it was risky, but I couldn't resist the impulse. I'm sick of people. Aren't we all, though? That's why I felt like this resonated really well.
I'm sick of people.
I'm sick of
Just in
people.
general, all of them.
They are, in my opinion, self-centered, inconsiderate jerks who need to be smacked. Andy. Stupid questions also set me off. I've been snapping at my wife and kids, which is not something I intend. What can I do to get a grip on my temper and not act out the way I've been doing? Is something wrong with me? Really a nice guy in Michigan. It's cute that you pretended to live in Michigan for this.
Yeah. So let's start from the top here. I'm just gonna do this. Can I turn this down without messing anything up?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this something you need to?
No.
Okay.
That's just an ad.
More and more irritated with people. Okay. Stressful time.
Jokes aside, I will say you've calmed down.
100%.
Yeah. Well,
100% calm down. What are you talking about?
what are you talking about? Not 100%. Let's not get let's not exaggerate here. I once saw you try to almost kill a router.
A
Like
what?
a router. A router.
A router.
Like a Wi-Fi router.
When was this?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Like you were getting ready to murder it,
The
and
fits
whoever
of anger
invented it.
were so common, I don't even know what you're talking about.
But you have gone better. Anyway, so all right. So this guy saw a guy run a red light. He honked his horn, lowered his window, and gave the middle finger.
Okay, a couple things here. From my own personal experience and from everything I know about angry dickhead assholes, angry assholes, it's not them. It's not them. Like, if somebody cuts in front of you and you lose your shit, I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Used to do it all the time. Not really all the time, but it's not them that's bothering you. Something else is bugging you, and you're starting your day off at like a 9. So he's waking up already mad or irritated for something else that's bothering him. Now, that could be something simple, or it could be something that he's got to like poke around in his brain about. But almost always, if shit like this bugs you, you're pissed off about something else. And it's just coming out of that because you either don't know what it is, or you don't want to try to fix what's actually bothering you, or you can't. You know what I mean? Like, that's like when people have like a bad day at home,
Yeah.
and they bring it into the office.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that, Johnny used up all the paper, so now Johnny, gets a pen shoved in his neck. It's he had a fight with his wife, and he comes in, and that's what's bugging him.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, it's wrong, and we're going to talk about what the actual person. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But from for the most part, like if something's bugging you like that, like it's not that shit. Like one thing that I used to get pissed off when people are fuck you, blah blah blah, like in the car.
Yeah.
But very rarely will I have like road rage anymore. And the phrase that I repeat in my head, which helps with that, is playing out the scenario of not even the worst case, but like how much do I care about this?
That's fair.
Do I care enough to give him the finger? Maybe. Do I care enough to pull over? Do I care enough to get into a physical altercation? Do I care if he has a gun?
I would imagine you'd care then.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we used to tell people, or I used to tell people in the bars, was when they would get, oh, fucking bar, you know, back in the day, I fucking... It's like, how much do you care? Like, do you care enough to get a couple teeth knocked out? Because that's a possibility. Strong possibility.
Yeah.
So if you don't care that much, maybe let it go. So I hope this guy knows how to... But usually people that know how to, like, physically handle themselves, that have training, like, don't get this angry.
Yeah.
In those situations. Some do,
but
not a lot, because they don't care.
They have a different outlet for it, though.
It's not even the outlet. It's the knowledge of, like, it's like if a toddler were to cut you off. You're like, I could beat the fuck out of a toddler. It's a toddler. Like, why do I need to beat the shit out of a toddler to feel better? They make stupid decisions. Why is this bugging me?
It's my fault for introducing you to this topic, so I should have known we would have devolved into beating the crap out of toddlers.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's a real misconception with people that are, this is an offshoot, but real misconception with people that, like, actually know, like, either, like, martial arts or have been in a lot of physical altercations, that they're, like, super, like, always wanting to fight people, and they're always, like, super angry and aggressive. And it's usually the opposite, because they don't have, like, the ego. Like, they know exactly where they stand in the food chain, so they don't have to prove it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because they get all that out and they kind of know where they fit. It's the people that are not sure that are the ones that are like, I want to get into fights. I mean, there's a couple psychos that, like, know how to fight and want to do that, but for the most part, it's like that ego unsureness. But getting back to the script here, like he says, I know it's risky. All right, so he's saying, like, I know it's risky. So a little bit of acknowledgement of the situation,
which is fair. He has, like, the mental clout there where, like, he knows, and he's writing in, so he knows what he's doing is, like,
in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than no sight.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
True. He's acknowledging it. I give you that.
The first step is to admit you have a problem.
It is. Very true. I'm sick of people. Now he's just throwing all people, everyone, every person on the planet into their, in my opinion, they're self-centered, inconsiderate jerks that need to be smacked. So what this tells me is that he's probably got somebody in his life, or a group of people in his life, maybe his friends, maybe his wife, maybe family members, that exhibit those traits. And when other people do that shit, it pisses him the fuck off. It's like, if you're bullied as a kid, you don't like bullies when you grow up.
That's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
It's not because, like, that particular thing. It's the act of them doing a specific type of act.
Yeah.
My vocabulary is not very big. That is making you pissed because you're associating it with something that happened to you. And you know, you associate all the shitty feelings, makes you feel belittled. Fuck bullies.
And to put on top of that a little bit, if you have no one but, or a lot of people in your life who are self-centered, inconsiderate jerks, and that's like most of what you see throughout your day, anytime you see anything that's being inconsiderate or whatever, it feels like that's the only thing that exists now. That's probably why he's saying that I hate people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't, like, kind of like
his world.
Yeah, kind of like a tunnel vision type of thing. You can't see, like, a broader picture. Everyone is an inconsiderate jerk because that's all you're experiencing.
Yeah, that's your world.
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, those are the people of the world.
Yeah.
And as much as, like, I'm sure everybody's felt that someone needs to get smacked in one sense or another. But in reality, if all these people are adults, like a smack might change 1 out of every 30 people, 20 people. But for the most part, you're probably pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
Like, most people ain't going to change because of somebody else. So don't even think that that's good. Now, again, how much do you care? If you don't care, smack away. But he's been snapping at his wife and kids, which is obviously, hopefully, not something he intended to do. Yeah, that's when I would. I mean, kudos to the guy for writing in, but that's like a line.
Yeah.
That he definitely should have where he's not crossing, because he's not. It's not even like he's having a problem with his wife and he's snapping at his wife. He's doing it like unrelated. So like it's just like this monster comes home, like Dr. Jekyll.
I imagine him being like, or his daughter coming up to him and being like, "Dad, I broke my iPhone screen." And him just being like, "Well, I'm gonna kill your puppy."
I was
Family dog dead.
I was thinking like, I dropped my macaroni necklace. He just breaks the TV.
Just belittles the kid.
It
wasn't a great thing anyway.
What do I do to get a grip on my temper and not act out the way I've been doing? Something wrong with me. There's something wrong with all of us. All right, so just let that go. All right, no, but don't stop pretending you're a snowflake. All right, you are, but who gives a fuck? Everyone's fucked up. So, what to do to get a grip? Maybe you need to talk to somebody, professional help. But I would just say you need to fucking sit with yourself and ask you what is actually pissing you off. I can guarantee you it's not the lady on the highway cutting you off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to double down on the he needs an outlet thing. I know you didn't really agree with that. But
No. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree that that's a perfect thing. Get a physical outlet would be even better.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Even something like you don't have to like join like the nearest UFC gym and like go toe to toe with guys. I'm thinking even like a punching bag or like a speed bag or something.
Just find something that you like to do that you really like to do.
Yeah,
gives you physical exertion and makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
it's not the same for everyone. It might be yoga for him. Who do fucking know? You don't know.
He's not a loser.
Yeah, he could do a handstand while he's giving the finger.
Namaste.
Namaste in your own lane, bitch.
All right, we gave our advice. Let's see what the abs has to say.
Let's see what she does have to say.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Dear nice guy, the season to be jolly has always been stressful, as is its aftermath when it's time to pay the bills. This last holiday season has been more stressful than most for any number of reasons. Why are you bringing up Christmas? Anger is a normal emotion. Everyone experiences it from time to time, but lowering one's car window, playing the horn like a musical instrument, and giving other drivers the finger is not only unwise, but dangerous. These days, it could get you killed. For the record, a bad mood is not a valid excuse for taking it out on someone you think has asked a stupid question. If a query is sincere, no question is "quote unquote" stupid. I disagree. Your loss of self-control, if recent, could be related to frustration or misdirected anger at something out of your control. That's kind of what you were talking about.
Yeah, same ballpark.
Does experiencing these feelings mean there is something wrong with you? Not necessarily, as long as you find ways to manage your emotions before exploding. We are all humans. We all make mistakes. My booklet, oh God, she's going to plug something. My booklet, The Anger in All of Us and How to Deal with It, offers suggestions for directing angry feelings in a healthy way. It contains suggestions for managing and constructively change. This goes on for a while.
Yeah. Oh, she does plug it the full way.
She does. She wants you to send money to a specific P.O. box. We're not going to talk about that here. You would be more wise to go to brodownpro.com and purchase a hoodie or something. I don't know.
Shameless.
I'll plug that in there. It takes self-control and maturity to react calmly instead of striking out in anger. Recognizing what is causing these negative emotions can go a long way to help you avoid taking them out on others. I sometimes wonder whether anger management should be added to school curriculums to help the next generation learn to communicate in a healthy manner rather than simply reacting. Could you imagine in high school being like, yo, where you going? Being like, oh, I got anger class.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's funny, though?
You might not be wrong, but I just find it funny.
There's so many other ways, like anger management, like that's like you know how when you're trying to get advice about something or like you need advice about something, you usually go to somebody that knows what they're talking about, right?
Yep.
You don't ask your doctor for tax advice.
That would be accurate.
Okay? You ask your accountant. So like when people are like just average, like their version of like freaking out is like, dag nabbit, you know, like you're like, you don't like that's different. That's a different thing than like running someone off the road with your car because, you know, they put their turn signal on too late.
Yeah.
Like it's a different thing. So I feel like sometimes maybe there's like a disconnect from like how to fix that, where like sitting around talking about it is just not enough. And some people actually need like an active exercise to lower that because they just might have like more tendencies to do that. So like I said, anger management, I've never done that, but like, I don't know what it entails. I'm sure it's helpful to some people, but
I think they give you like exercises to do, like if you find yourself in a spot where you feel super angry, do these things, count back from 10, like that sort of thing, but like probably much more sophisticated.
Yeah.
But like certain things to like, this is how you rein yourself back in.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's probably definitely some helpful tips and tricks in there.
Yeah.
As far as like how to. But the real problem here is I think there's always something underlying reason, and that stuff is just kind of like you're not really like getting it to go away. You're just kind of like putting Band-Aids over it so the bleeding doesn't get too bad.
I agree with you. We're typically not fans of saying like you need therapy.
No.
Like off the cuff, but this is one that he probably needs to talk it out with someone who
Therapist or jiu-jitsu.
Trained.
One or the other. Choose your poison. All right, what's the other one you got?
Getting rear naked choked to just being like, I miss my ex-wife.
You'll find out how much you didn't care about the guy giving you the finger when you're begging for air.
Yeah.
It's very humbling. We got time.
I don't like
What's our boss going to do? Fire us?
Our fan is going to go away. All right, so real quick.
Okay, real quick.
There is a second one. The second one is called Brother's Ex Keeps Crashing Family Events.
Ooh.
Dear Abby, my brother divorced his first wife 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Since then, he has married a wonderful woman my family adores. The problem is, my ex-sister-in-law insists on showing up for family events, which makes these celebrations extremely awkward. Even her children, so there are mutual children there, which is probably the excuse.
Okay, this just went from psychopath to like more understandable.
Yes. Even her children recognize how uncomfortable her presence makes everyone. I don't mind being the bad guy and telling her that she's no longer welcome at family events, but I don't want to cause an ugly scene. How can I diplomatically but firmly tell her to stay away? Any suggestions would be appreciated. Every time she shows up to something, I would just be like, why are you here?
This seems like she's got like she's either like listen, if your own kids are like, ma, like let it go.
Maybe you should
and like
do this one.
If everyone like here's the thing, if she got along with everyone and there was no like awkwardness or bad blood, more power to you. But if there's like a awkwardness there, like why would you want to go?
Yeah.
Even if your kids are like, ma, you know, like why don't you sit this one out? Like he doesn't come to our shit.
She's either tone deaf and can't see it, or she's doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
Or she feels entitled, like, I'm going to go because it's my right to, and my kids will be there.
It sounds like spite.
Yeah. I mean, we're jumping to
It's
conclusions
10
here, but...
years.
Yeah, it's 10 years.
10 years. You couldn't pick up a red flag in 10 years?
So what do you say?
How
does she even know?
Yeah.
Stop inviting her.
Yeah, how do you do that? He doesn't want to cause a scene, and they have kids together, so I would talk to, depending on how old the kids are, I would maybe go to them first and be like, hey, and just let them know you're going to do it so that
Yeah, you're right.
it doesn't come across the wrong way.
I do wonder how old the kids are, but so when they say family events, in my head, I always imagine like family picnics. Like random days of like family get-togethers.
Yeah.
But he probably really means like holidays and stuff. Because, like, how many times does, like, a family legitimately have, like, family reunions where it's not, like, an event? So maybe she thinks to herself, like, my kids are going to be at my ex-in-laws on Christmas Day. I want to be with my kids on Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw a little bit of a bone out there, you know?
Yeah. You know what? It would make it more understandable if the kids are younger.
Yeah.
Less understandable if they're driving.
So, yeah, because then they can split.
Well, because then she just shows up in her own car.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm here. Me again. Can't get rid of
Me.
Oof.
I don't know.
There's really no, you got to, this
There's
is
no
one of those,
tactful
you got
way
to
to do
break
it.
a couple eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah, I really don't think there's a tactful way to do it. What does Abby have to say?
What a sad situation. Your brother, not you, should deliver the message to his ex. Well before she shows up at your next family event. He should inform her that when she shows up uninvited, her presence makes everyone feel uncomfortable, and it would be best if she not impose again. You could lessen the hurt by occasionally seeing her separately. Wait. Depending on the circumstances of the divorce. Who's seeing her separately?
The brother?
Why does he need to see her?
I don't know.
Unless it's talking about, like, the kids.
I don't know. I don't know why she would suggest that. That's a weird follow-up.
I don't understand that.
Maybe Abby had a couple of cocktails before she wrote that response.
Lay off the booze. Okay, yeah. Sure. It's
Okay.
better than what we had.
All right, guys. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think of both of these stories. I already forget what the... All right, how would you deal with the anger? How do you deal with anger inside if you have anger inside? What do you do to calm yourself down, either long-term or short-term? Do you have an outlet? How would you tell this lady to take a hike for all family gatherings? And what are you going to purchase next over at brodownpro.com? You don't actually have to comment on that one. You could just go ahead and do it. We're switching things up all the time. We're actually cleaning up a little bit, so it's going to look nicer and prettier.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. That's one thing that gets you angry.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash.
Yes.
We'll catch you guys next time.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.